Discovering the Horseman Within with Ken McNabb, presented by Weaver Leather.
Motivation can be stated as that inner push that's inside of a person that drives them on to rise above all of those around them. Motivation is something that, occasionally you'll talk to people and they say, you either have it or you don't have it. And I don't know if I really believe that's true. Sometimes what happens is you haven't realized your greatest potential yet, because what would unlock your inner motivation hasn't happened. I know for me, in order to be motivated, I have to have a picture of where I'm going. I have to set a goal. I would encourage everybody to set your goals, no matter what they are. My goals today for Hercules were to lope without having to kick him. We got there relatively easy. Actually, the work that the owner's been doing is really working, and honestly, we didn't have much to deal with. But what we had to deal with is attitude. Now, surprisingly enough, attitude has a lot to do with motivation. If you sit around with the attitude of, oh man, I'm already defeated, I can't do this, I'm beat before I start, you're not going to get much done. But if you wake up in the morning and you say, you know what, I'm going to change my attitude because it's a personal choice I have that I'm going to make. And instead of being down in the mouth about it, I'm going to say, I can get this done, right? I can go and I can do this. I tell my children all the time, do not be easily defeated. That's the same thing as don't lack in motivation. Set yourself up and say, all right, here's my plan. Here's my goal. Here's what I'm going to do. And now here's how I'm going to get there. I'm right over here, and I'm at mile marker 10, and I want to jog to mile marker 20 today. So I'm gonna jog to mile marker 5, and then I'm gonna walk to mile marker 8, and then I'm gonna jog to mile marker 12, and then I'm gonna walk to mile marker 14. And you get the idea. You build a plan, whatever it is, whatever the goal is that you have. Then you don't get to that point where you feel overwhelmed. Instead, you start saying, hey, I can do this. And just like with him, with Hercules, we started out, if he walked forward nicely, I loved on him and told him how good he was. If he trotted forward nicely, I loved on him and told him how good he was. Now, I did whack him on the butt on the ground when he said no. But at the same time, once I was up in the saddle, every time he reached a goal, every time he reached a mile marker, and every time his attitude came up, I really poured on the encouragement and the praise. And I think that's a key element in what you're doing in dealing with motivation. If you're lacking in motivation for yourself, get a plan and then reward yourself when you reach it.